Prelims are over. We're now in the quarterfinals. This middleweight bout between Morris Plow, he is in the white shirt, against Joe Fitzsimmons in the yellow shirt. Fitzsimmons from Maryland. And Plow, of course, defeated heavily favored Rod Barrett for the Canadian Championship, and this is his first international competition for the World Championship. And that looks as if Joe Fitzsimmons has the advantage right now, but Plow is not giving in. Morris Plow of Canada is still very much in this, but it looks as if Fitzsimmons is going to do it. Fitzsimmons close to picking up a victory. He wins it. Joe Fitzsimmons beats Morris Plow of Canada. The Ladies Open. That's Desiree Grunwald on the right. She's in the red and black against Florence Abnoka of Canada. A couple of strong ladies, but Grunwald looks like she has the upper hand in this, and she does it in quick fashion. And Florence Abnoka is finished as the Ladies Open has Desiree Grunwald the winner. Now, this one is Al Turner, a light heavyweight. He's in the pink shirt against Gene Taddy of Canada. Taddy, of course, very strong. Down here, hopeful of upsetting Al Turner. But Turner is a crowd favorite because this guy is over 50 years old. He is extremely strong, and the crowd just loves it. Al Turner in the striped shirt. Gene Taddy with his back towards us, and Turner pins him, and Taddy is done. So Gene Taddy eliminated by Al Turner. Wes Atkinson is on the right. He is from the United States. That's Popeye Carl Sanger. Look at the size of his forearms. This guy is extremely strong, but he's got a real tough one in Wes Atkinson. Atkinson defeated by Carl Tatarin last year in the semifinals. Tony Sanger eliminated Tatarin for the Canadian title, and Atkinson has won it. Wes Atkinson has defeated Carl Tatarin's adversary, Tony Sanger. Against Dave Patton. Patton on the left. This guy is a perennial champion. He is the guy that young Paul Cecchini is going to have to win against. He is very strong, as you see. That's Dave Patton in the white. He's got him. Oh, he wastes no time. Bill Arnold, a victim of Dave Patton. Let's watch that extreme strength. He's got him there. He rolls the wrist over, and Arnold is finished. Anthony Vaughn, he's in the white shirt against Paul Cecchini, the Canadian champion. Cecchini on the right. Another strong one. He would dearly love to get against Dave Patton again. He says this year it's going to be different. Cecchini from Thorold, Ontario, is trying to gain some sort of an advantage on Anthony Vaughn. Vaughn, in an earlier bout, wasted little time in getting rid of his opponent, and Cecchini is the winner on that one. Paul Cecchini wins his semifinal match, and here's the way he does it. He says the element of strength is in there, but surprise also helps too. So Paul Cecchini of Canada, the Canadian champion, makes it to the final for the second time. William Topp is the Canadian champion on the left. He's a pig farmer from Brighton, Ontario, against Gary Ray. Ray, of course, has his back towards us. They are ready to go in this middleweight bout. Topp hopeful of doing something here. He looks like he's at a disadvantage as Ray looks like he's got him. No, Topp coming back. Topp extremely strong. Gary Ray still trying to get him. He has his wrist rolled over, and that may give him a bit of an advantage. Gary Ray of the United States looks like he has Bill Topp of Canada in trouble. Let's see how much stress, and Topp is a loser as Gary Ray pins him, and the middleweight semifinalist victory goes to Gary Ray of the United States. That's Johnny Walker on the left. This guy is just impossible to beat. Don Barnfino is going against the defending champion, John Walker. Walker shows no emotion whatever, just a lot of strength, and there it is. Barfino is finished as John Walker moves into the championship. Nothing too fancy. You just take him down, and that's it. And, of course, that's Lucy DeSaulnier, the ladies' lightweight champion. She is getting all ready, and we'll be back in just a moment. We are now at the ladies' lightweight bout, and that's Lucy DeSaulnier, the Canadian champion, and the current defending world champion. And she goes against Deb Carling of the United States. Special shoes that Lucy is using here to give her some sort of an advantage. I suppose if it works, that's all that really matters. DeSaulnier now and Carling. This is going to be a tough one. They're both very, very strong. They showed in previous bouts. That's Carling with the determination on her face. Lucy DeSaulnier trying to get that arm over. Lucy would dearly love to have another run at it, make it 2 world championships in a row. DeSaulnier looks like she may have a bit of an advantage. She rolls Carling's wrist, but Carling is not going to give up that easily. Deb Carling trying to hold on, hopeful that maybe DeSaulnier may lose some of that strength and she'll be able to get back into this match. Deb Carling very close to being eliminated. DeSaulnier close to moving into the finals and another shot at the World Championship. Lucy DeSaulnier of Quebec wins it, and she will be a finalist for the World Championship, the ladies lightweight. Here's a slow-mo replay of it. You can see that determination on the face of Lucy DeSaulnier, and she is the winner. So Lucy DeSaulnier with a chance to repeat. Christine Leclerc of Canada is facing our camera. That's Carolyn Snow, her opponent from the United States. Christine Leclerc was in the finals last year, was an all-Canadian ladies lightweight championship for the world title. And Christine Leclerc has one thing uppermost in her mind, and she is going to do it, or she's close to doing it, and that's moving into the finals against Lucy DeSaulnier. She'd like another shot at it. Leclerc looks like she's got it. She apparently has it. Yes, Christine Leclerc is the winner over Carolyn Snow. You can see Leclerc wastes very little time, and it looked almost as if Snow had broken the grip, but Christine Leclerc very happy about that. She will move into the finals against DeSaulnier. The ladies open. Cindy Baker in the blue dress. Joan Shanky in the flowered blouse. And this one is going to be a dandy. These 2 young ladies came up big in previous wins. The ladies open, and it looks as if Joan Shanky has the advantage at the present time. Baker not willing to give up at this time, and it's no use. Joan Shanky is the winner, and she will move into the championship round, and this crowd just loves that particular bout. There's another brief look at how Joan Shanky did it as she defeats Cindy Baker and moves into the finals. Oh, she's a happy young lady. Back to the light heavyweight men. Al Turner on the left against Eddie Long with the white and blue shirt. Long is a relative newcomer. Al Turner hanging on. Look at that. Look at that sheer strength of Turner. He is almost pinned at that particular point. Still enough room for a finger to go in. There's a referee check. Watch Turner. Turner has got phenomenal strength. As Eddie Long, who is so close and yet so far away, trying to pin that right arm or the wrist of Al Turner. Turner not giving up. Usually when an opponent is in that position, it is just a matter of seconds before he is defeated. Not so with Al Turner. Look at that phenomenal strength. Turner is the winner. Al Turner has won over Eddie Long. This guy, Eddie, picks him up for good measure. And Long reciprocates, picks up Al Turner. Let's watch that again. Al Turner, just one of the favorites with this crowd here. Look at that great strength. Herculean as he bends Long's arm over, and Long is gone. Long was so close to defeating Al Turner, but he had that 1 inch to go. It was not enough, and this is heavyweight competition. And we have Stan Long against Bob Hopkins. Hopkins is on the left. Oh, no time at all. Stan Long found out in a second and a half that Bob Hopkins is one strong guy. As Hopkins wins it, he moves into the championship final. Let's have another look. It happened quickly. Bang! Nothing to it. As Bob Hopkins wins it over Stan Long. Cleve Dean is on the left. Dean is a defending champion, going for his 4th straight title. And he's against Jim Northern on the right. Northern has been around in a few competitions, has never gotten to the semifinals before. And Cleve Dean wastes no time at all. So it'll be Dean against Bob Hopkins in the finals, and that should be a dandy. Let's watch that again. As Cleve Dean just finished off Jim Northern with no time at all. Louisiana, what a pretty city this is. And this is the French Quarter, and you can see some of the tourists really enjoying themselves as the heritage is just rich as can be. We're in the finals now, the featherweight championship of the world. That is Dave Patton, the defending champion. He'll go against Paul Cecchini. Cecchini not too happy with that grip. Cecchini and Patton are old adversaries, and they have met before. That's Patton trying to get the advantage on Cecchini. Cecchini told me just before this bout, I've got to get to him. I've got to beat him this year. He beat him last year. It's my turn this year. Paul Cecchini may have his hands filled, though, as Dave Patton is a very wily arm wrestling champion. Cecchini and Patton still grimacing, grunting, groaning. One trying to get the advantage over the other. Take a look at the face, the taut tenseness in the face of Paul Cecchini. Dave Patton, probably one of the most worthy champions. You try to do anything as Cecchini has looped his leg around the bar, hoping to get some sort of an advantage. Looks like he's in trouble. Looks like it's Patton. Patton is a winner. Dave Patton has defeated Paul Cecchini, and this is the end. Cecchini's going to have to wait again till next year. Paul Cecchini losing to Dave Patton, and we're going to have a talk with Paul Cecchini. Paul Cecchini, being second best at anything in the world has to be a pretty gratifying thing. It's not shabby at all. But are you disappointed in another second-place finish?
I'm very disappointed. I beat David Patton a month ago in New York. I felt like I have the power to beat him. I just got an unlucky start today.
What happened?
The refs set him up a little higher on my knuckle, and they set my hand a little lower on his hand, and he got me over the top, so we slipped out. They cupped us. He has more power in a cup than I do.
All right, do you feel you can still beat him?
I feel I still can beat him. I know I can beat him. It's just, it has to be the right time, the right day. I have to get my grip. He got his grip today, he won. Last time I got my grip, I won. Let's move to the lightweight championship of the world. Al Fisher with his back towards the camera against Gary Ray. Ray, a surprise winner, but a worthy finalist. Of course, Al Fisher's a strong one. He's a defending champion. Fisher trying to get Gary Ray down. And this one is going to be a tough bout for both these arm wrestlers. Al Fisher on the left, facing the camera right now. Fisher has a great deal of determination. He just loves arm wrestling. He'll arm wrestle at any particular time of the day or night, anywhere, he says. He just loves it. He has studied it. Al Fisher looks like he's got it. He's the winner. Al Fisher, the lightweight champion, defeating Gary Ray. And you can see when Fisher gets you at a disadvantage, you're finished, you're done, as Gary Ray found out. So Al Fisher has won the lightweight championship of the world. We're at the middleweight final. Johnny Walker facing the camera, the defending champion. He's won it for 7 years in a row. He's going for his 8th championship against John Brzenk Jr. A rematch. There's Johnny Walker again, very impeccable. Doesn't look as if anything is bothering him. Just concentrating on what he has to do to beat John Brzenk Jr. And Brzenk is not an easy pushover, as Johnny Walker finds out. Brzenk and Walker, this is a good bout. The crowd cheering them on. They've picked the favorites, although Johnny Walker has a huge following here. When he walked into this building, the crowd just roared, and why not? Johnny Walker defends his championship. He is still the middleweight champion of the world. Johnny Walker. Let's have another look at that Walker technique, because most of these youngsters coming up study him. He teaches them the technique, and there it is. And Brzenk is another victim of Johnny Walker as he wins the middleweight crown. Now, Lucy DeSaulnier facing the camera. The Canadian champion against Christine Leclerc, the runner-up. A rematch of last year. Christine Leclerc would dearly love to win this one. Lucy DeSaulnier going for a second one. An all-Canadian final. Who would have thought it? Leclerc says all year she's been waiting for this opportunity just to get back in against Lucy DeSaulnier. She looks like she has a bit of an advantage. Lucy DeSaulnier, though, has been in that position before. She has managed to come back. But Leclerc is very, very determined, and she wins it. She wins it. Leclerc wins the championship. She is the women's lightweight champion over Lucy DeSaulnier. Christine Leclerc, and you can see that she has done it with sheer determination, although Lucy DeSaulnier was not an easy opponent. So Christine Leclerc waits a year. She wins it
Let's talk to her now.
Christine Leclerc, last year you were in the runner position. You're the bridesmaid. This year the bride. Is it one of those happy moments that you've been longing for?
Oh, definitely. 100%.
You've trained hard for this, haven't you?
Very hard. Very hard.
Now, prior to the match, I was talking to you, you said you want to get a chance against Lucy. She had a tough time in her semifinal match. What happened today that didn't happen in the Canadians and didn't happen last year?
Well, this year I just, instead of top rolling her right away and slipping out and losing your strength and all that, I just put her into a cup and I muscled her down right away. Last year I got her in a cup in the second round, but my body dropped below the table, and I had a real rough time with that.
What about this one now? Were you quite confident in going in?
Definitely. I was relaxed. I wasn't nervous. I felt fantastic. My arm wasn't numb. I felt great. Just great.
All right, now it's a case of hanging on to the thing.
Oh, hey, no problem with that, boy.
Thank you, Christine. And Christine Leclerc, very happy girl, and why shouldn't she be? She is the ladies' lightweight champion of the world.
The Women's Open, Joan Shanky. And she is against Carolyn Seibel. Shanky, of course, moving into the championship round along with Seibel. Seibel, extremely strong. Look at that. Ah! No contest, no contest. Carolyn Seibel is the winner. Let's watch again as she got Joan Shanky, cupped it, and rolled her down, and there it is. Carolyn Seibel is the Women's Open champion. She does that dance. The light heavyweight championship of the world. Al Turner on the right, Dan Stone on the left. That's Stone facing the camera. And Turner, of course, has been in a couple of real tough bouts. Real drawn-out, extended bouts. Can he win this one? No! No, he cannot. As Dan Stone wastes little time. Watch. Turner may have left it in the semifinals. Dan Stone got him down, and he's a very happy man. Bob Hopkins and Cleve Dean. Oh, this one's got to be a dandy. It's a heavyweight. That's Dean looking at the camera. He's after his 4th straight world championship. We are ready to go. There it is. Okay. Cleve Dean trying to get him down. No, no. They say no, no. It is not going to count. So Bob Hopkins will have another chance. Hopkins against Cleve Dean. So Hopkins talking to the official. Cleve Dean wastes little time in disposing of his opponents. Hopkins may be a little tougher. Don't move, they say. Don't move. Okay. Look at the forearm on Cleve Dean. Look at Hopkins fighting back. Fighting back. Bob Hopkins. More than a handful for Cleve Dean, the defending champion. Oh, listen to that. Cleve Dean is very upset. He's upset at the officials. They've given the decision to Bob Hopkins. Hopkins is the winner. Hopkins has defeated Cleve Dean, and you can see that Dean is just beside himself. Bob Hopkins, the winner. Well, we've done extremely well, and by we, I mean Canadian competitors here in New Orleans at the 10th World Professional Arm Wrestling Championships. Christine Leclerc, a very happy young lady. Lucy DeSaulnier finishing second. Paul Cecchini, perhaps a little disappointed. But more importantly, Team Canada won the overall championship. That's the first they've done. They finished ahead of Georgia, and they finished ahead of Texas. So it's been a very successful competition here in New Orleans. That's it. They'll wait till next year. They'll come back, and they hope they'll be able to do much, much better.